Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and y'all, I'm so sorry. I probably sound really strange. I have been sick for weeks and weeks. So if my voice is really weird or I sound sniffly, that is why. I don't know what's going on, but I cannot seem to kick the funk. I have it, my girls have it. Luckily the boys in the house don't have it, which is kind of wild, but yes, so I apologize, but I really wanted to jump on and talk about the upcoming Sephora VIB sale that is about to be going on. Now, we all know y'all are watching a ton of these videos, so I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but I will make sure that everything is in the description box below in case you are curious. So let's go ahead and start with the few restocks that I'm going to be making. And I do want to say that everything I'm talking about after my restocks is just a wish list. Guys, this is just a sale. You do not have to go broke trying to buy everything that your little heart desires. And I don't recommend that you try. Sales come and go, items come and go. It's fine. This is just what has caught my eye, and it has little wheels in my head spinning. So I only have a couple of restocks because, as you guys know, I'm trying really hard to use up the things that I've purchased, you know, in other sales and things like that. So the only restocks that I have are going to be, of course, my beloved Pharmacy Green Clean. This is always been my holy grail makeup melting balm. I have gone through tubs and tubs and tubs of this stuff. If you have been following me for a while, this is no surprise. They are constantly in my makeup empties videos because it is just so good. The other makeup melting balm that I really enjoy is from Tatcha. It's the Indigo Cleansing Balm. I really like this one. I don't buy it as often because it's just about the same price as the Green Clean, but for about half the amount of product. So it's not a good bang for your buck in that regard, but I do really enjoy it. And so I do use the sale as a time to stock up on it. The last repurchase that I'm going with is from Merit. You guys, look how little I have left. There we go. If my camera wants to, there's just the tiniest bit left in here. This is the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum, and I love this stuff. I had gotten a sample of it last year, and I enjoyed it so much that I purchased a full size, and that is what is just about to be empty, so I am going to re-up on it, and it just makes my skin look and feel so healthy and glowing and nurtured and wonderful, and I really enjoy it. All right, let's move on to the wish list. Like I said, I'm not going to buy every single thing that I am talking about, but I'll be honest, this is a shorter list than I think it's been in years past. In years past, almost everything has caught my eye, and recently, I don't know if maybe my preferences are changing or the fact that I am feeling the press of everything that I own, but there's just not as much on here. So the vast majority of what I have on my wish list is still blushes. I am still just blush crazed, and so is the market. So there's like a lot to choose from. And one of the ones that caught my eye is from Merit. This is the Mini Flush Balm Cream Blush Trio Set. That is a mouthful. I haven't tried, at least I don't think I've tried any of the Merit blushes, and I've always heard such really good things about them. And so since this is a mini set, I feel like this is kind of a good value, I would say. It comes with 3 different shades: Stockholm, Bespoke, and Mood. And I feel like they're all shades that I would get good use out of. So I am really, really very much eyeballing that. And let me know if you've had any experience with any of these products. So I'm also, in that regard, looking at the trio from Westman Atelier. This is the Mini Baby Cheeks Blush Trio. Again, it has some, that's a loud car. It has some shades in it that I feel like I would get a lot of really good use out of. It's got the shades Mimi, Petal, and Poppet, which it has, again, Pop It is a really bright bubblegum pink, which I feel like is kind of verging its way out, but it is a really fun color, and the other two are much more sort of neutral, everyday sort of shades. And again, I've heard such great things about the Westman Atelier formula. It's just so expensive. And even $60 for these 3 minis feels like a lot to me. So I'm a little bit more on the fence about that one than I am on the Merit, but it does have my eye. Speaking of expensive, Gucci, I don't know why. It's got to be partially the packaging for sure, but the Gucci Luminous Matte Beauty Blush, this is in their limited edition Intense Ruby. I enjoy, at least in cream blushes, I've enjoyed red blushes. It's not, yeah, I'm not wearing anything overly bright today because I knew I was going in heavy with the eyes. But there's just something about this shade that just, it speaks to me. And so I'm very much considering it. I've never tried any of the Gucci blushes, so I'm really not sure. But it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. Now, one that was not on my radar, like, at all, was the Huda Beauty Blush Filter Soft Glow Liquid Blush. Now, this formula came out a while ago, and I didn't pick any of them up. But the other day, I was watching Julia Adams, and she had the 2 new shades that were just released. And the shade Latte, I mean, they're both beautiful. Like, beautiful. Watch that video if you haven't already. But I feel like the shade Latte is one that I would get a lot of use out of. I think the other one's like Coco Loco or something like that. It was beautiful on her, but I feel like it's just too pigmented for my incredibly fair skin. But the shade Latte just seems so up my alley. So I'm very, very, very strongly considering picking that up. And then from Makeup Forever, they have, a couple of years ago now, I guess, released their cream face palettes, which had a variety of things in it. Everything from blush, bronzer, contour, highlight, the whole shebang. I had my eye on those for a while, but they've also now released one that is just blush focused. And again, it has a variety of just really beautiful blush options. It is the HD Skin Blush and Glow Long Wear Cream Face Palette, and I've been eyeballing it. Now, the price itself is steep, but you get so many things in there that I feel like if there are enough shades that you would get usage out of, it's actually really good value overall. It's just got a lot of upfront cost, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I'm really eyeballing it. I don't know if it's going to make the cut, but it is just, it's got my little heart singing. And then the final blush set that I have on here is from LYS. Now, you guys know the LYS Higher Standard Blush Formula is one of my all-time favorites. Curvy, that I picked up either end of last year or beginning of this year, I don't recall now, has got to be my most used cream blush, period, hands down. This formula is so good. It is so good. And this little trio, I know I own Focused, but the other two, Bubbly and Elite, I'm really eyeballing. And for $25 for all 3, you can't go wrong. It is just such a good value. I'm going to have to change my battery. I'll be right back. Okay, fresh battery. Hopefully I didn't change up the perspective too much. But those are all of the blushes that I have been eyeballing lately. Again, there's no reason to purchase that much blush. I only have one face and I only do my makeup once a day. So let me know your thoughts and opinions, because I would love to know if you've tried any of these and what your thoughts and opinions are. But moving on to some of the other just sort of random things that I have been eyeballing, and one of which is a new loose powder. So I am almost finished. Like, look at this. I'm almost finished with my Givenchy Prism Libre loose powder, and I will not be repurchasing it because I have not seen a single person try the new formulation and say that they like it. So that tells me I am not going to be that person who buys it and it's like, yeah, I don't like it. Now I've just wasted money. So I'm on the hunt for a new loose powder, and I think I want to try out the new one from Makeup by Mario, the Surreal Skin Talc-Free Soft Blur Setting Powder. I have seen people reviewing it and enjoying it, so I do think that that might be one that I pick up. I have a lip bundle on here. I know I have so many lipsticks that I really shouldn't be buying more, but I have been influenced to take a look at the Merit Dress Code lipstick set. I'm actually wearing one of my Merit lipsticks right now, and I do really enjoy it. And this one has 3 shades in it that I think I would get a lot of good use out of. And I feel like when you're looking at sets, that has to be the thing that I look at most of all, is am I going to get use out of everything that's in there? And if the answer is no, that's when you have to sit down and really think, okay, is this going to be a good value for money? And I feel like this one is. So I'm really excited about it. I think the only shade that I have a little bit of question on is Du Jour, because I'm not sure how pale that's going to be. But the other 2 shades look amazing, and I did see a demo of it on Instagram, and I thought all 3 colors were so beautiful, and I'm very excited about it. So I do think this is one that I am going to pick up, even though I don't need any new lipsticks. Oh, Danessa Myricks. There are so many things from Danessa Myricks that I have used and loved and that I would like to pick up in this sale, but the one hands down for me that I know is going to be making its way into my life is the Lightwork 6 palette. This looks so amazing, and you guys know I am a sucker, an absolute sucker for duo and multi-chromes, and that is all that is in this palette. They have a lot of different kinds of textures and finishes, and I am so sick and excited. I also think the composition of the palette is just so fun and interesting. So this is one that I am absolutely going to be picking up because it looks amazing. I've seen so many people using it, and they've created such beautiful looks with it, and I cannot wait. I can't wait. The last 2 items that I'm looking at are both setting sprays. Now, I know I don't need, well, anything, but I don't need any new setting sprays, but I really enjoy them. So the 2 that I'm kind of going back and forth between are from Makeup by Mario. At the same time that those loose powders were released, a setting spray was also, it's the Surreal Skin 16-Hour Soft Setting Spray. It has gotten some really nice reviews, and so I am really curious about it. But also from NARS. NARS really does such a great job when it comes to complexion products especially. And I'm really, really wanting to try their Light Reflecting Hydrating Makeup Setting Mist. And I feel like I might be leaning a little bit more towards that one. As I say ad nauseum at this point, is that I don't really need a setting spray to make my makeup last longer. I don't really put my makeup through the rigors, and I'm really just looking for something to help melt everything together and make it just look cohesive with my skin. And so I feel like that's why I'm leaning a little bit more towards the NARS. But let me know if you have tried either one of them. Let me know what you think. For reference, my skin type is balanced to dry and aging. Sad to say, well, not sad to say, but just a point of reference. I am 43, so I do have aging skin concerns, but mostly just the skin type being balanced to dry. Let me know what you think. And I honestly think that's the end of my wish list. Like I said, I don't have a lot on there, and the vast majority of it is blush because I'm just a crazy person. But I would love to know, what are some of the things that you are eyeballing in this sale if you're shopping it at all? I know many people are sitting it out, especially in the economy we're in right now. But if you are, let me know your thoughts. And if you have tried any of these, let me know your thoughts on that as well. Obviously, as I start watching other people's recommendation videos, I will probably end up picking up a few things that I hadn't initially been drawn to. And I now have a Sephora very, very, very close to my house, so I will probably be popping in at some point, in which case I will likely be swayed by something, possibly even a perfume. I have decided against blind buying. I have done it in the past. Sometimes it's been okay. Most often it's not as okay. So if I pick up a fragrance, it's going to be something that I am able to smell in store, because I just don't trust myself enough to look at the notes and be like, yeah, that's actually going to work for me, because I've not been great at it in the past. So let me know all of your thoughts and feelings. If you have enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing before you leave. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.